Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Barrett Parkman. I'm one of the co-founders of GWC. And also a partner of GWC Innovator Fund, which is the newly founded fund that invests in the startups that win the G Startup Worldwide competition. Today, we have an amazing event scheduled for you today. The first half of the event, you'll have 15 mostly Silicon Valley startups that are pitching to win the $50,000 convertible note, as well as the last two coveted spots in the global finals. The global finals will occur right after that, at the second half of this same event, and they will join 6 other global companies that have won our startup competitions in other regions around the world. And they'll compete for a $250,000 convertible note and, of course, bragging rights as the G Startup Worldwide 2016 global winner. Let me tell you a little bit about the program before we get moving today, so you have some context of what's happening here on stage. G Startup is an investment strategy, as I said, of the GWC Innovator Fund. It's a seed stage fund that's investing in innovative startups, specifically around technology and mobile, AI, and so on, in all the regions that we operate in. We host G Startup at all the GMIC conference locations. You just mentioned what, GMIC, and I'm sure many of you are very familiar with the Global Mobile Internet Conference that we host around the world. We host these competitions at each of those, and each of the winners get a $50,000 investment prize, as mentioned, $30,000 for the second, $20,000 for the third. Of course, the winners are also brought here for the global finals, which is what you're here to see. So there are many winners, again, that are here today that have won other competitions. Will be pitching you today. GMIC, a little bit about the event. We host this in 8 locations around the world, over 100,000 attendees. We draw some of the best and most foremost technology leaders across the world to these events. Hopefully you've had a chance to attend them in the past. This is where G Startup Worldwide has taken place. Taipei, Tel Aviv, Beijing, Tokyo, Jakarta, Sao Paulo, and today, of course, Silicon Valley. And you can also see all the winners from those startup competitions there. And of course, there's a question mark still on the Silicon Valley, as you know that the winners will be decided just in the next couple hours. We draw some of the best VCs as judges that come alongside us and help us to define who are the best and most high potential startups. These are all judges all VCs that have been involved in our startup competitions in the past. We also come alongside a number of over 100 VC firms who help us to both draw quality startups from their portfolio companies that also help us evaluate all the applications that we receive. So these are all the VC firms that we've worked with just in the past year. If your firm is on this list, we thank you very much for your participation. And if your firm is not on the list, please feel free to reach out to one of us on our team and let's talk about how to work together. The program's already working. We've had great alumni that has come through the program. Didi Chuxing, of course, is one of the most significant winners, who's now, as most of you should know, a $28 billion valuation company. They were one of the winners for our 2013 competition. We've also had many other big wins, not quite as large as Didi, of course, but where companies have went on to raise hundreds of millions of capital and be acquired. We can't do this alone. We're doing this global program with the help of many wonderful partners. IBM, Google Developers Launchpad Accelerator, Sequoia Capital, and Cutler PR are among our global partners that help us to do this around the world. We believe that we're providing a very unique platform for startups. We put them on stage to promote their startup and get visibility among very key audiences, just like yourselves. We help them raise money not only from ourselves, but also from investors in our network. They get mentorship advice, both from our own mentors internally, but also they get a lot of mentorship through Google, who's partnered with us to help mentor all the startups that come through our program. And of course, they can tap into our own global network and help them grow their businesses internationally. We draw startups from across technology, mobile, AI, IoT, wearables. You can see all of them listed here. You'll see many companies from each one of those today. Most of our companies have all raised a fair amount of money already, have MVP, and already have significant traction. The only limitation is they can't have raised more than $1.5 million of outside capital. They can be from anywhere in the world. And as E mentioned, we're a very mission-driven organization, and we definitely have a preference given to startups that we feel like have a chance to make a positive impact on the world. Selection process is really rigorous. We're not going to go through all of this, but all you need to know that every startup that pitches in front of you has already been evaluated by at least 20 VCs just to get on this stage. So you can see that we take great effort to make sure all the companies in our program are of very high quality and high potential. To show this again, we've received over 2,200 applications from 100 different countries this year. 83 we've accepted into the program, which gives us, unfortunately this number is incorrect, approximately 3% acceptance rate across all of our programs. Just 3% of those who apply get into this program. And we've, like I said before, involved over 100 VCs in this process. And so you can see we take great effort to make sure that our startups are very highly qualified. Okay, and so now it is time, without further ado, to get started with our Silicon Valley Top 15 competition. Thank you very much, all of you, for being here, and I'll hand it off to Ryan Barrett, our host.